Starting back up with the Fendt 936. I guess the video cut out there for a second. I'm just going to continue on like it never happened. This is the 936 like we were looking at. It does have some nice in-cab stuff. One of the really cool things is you can actually go up to the door. Oh, it's only on the driver's side. But you can go up to the door right here. You can actually open and close the door from the outside, which is kind of cool. You can't add anything, any weights or anything like that. Let's start her up. It does have in-cab sound again, which is nice as well, if you like to play in-cab a lot. Or does it? Oh, it doesn't. It does a little bit. The dash does work there. It's a quick tractor, 50 kilometers an hour. It's not tippy. Cab lights Alt F. Oh, so that's the in-cab lights there. They come from above somewhere. And then Alt M will move your seat, apparently. It does something. I can't remember what it does, though. But it does work. The joystick works there as well, which is pretty cool. Pedals don't work, apparently, but that's fine. Overall, a really nice tractor. Bit on the pricey side, does react well to things. I believe if you're looking for a more realistic version, there's one out there somewhere. A really nice model as well. Alright, let's take a look at the next one I have here, which is the CLAAS Xerion 5000. This is the big boy here. This, I believe, has, I think it's like 400 horsepower. Yeah, 487 horsepower. This is the CLAAS Xerion 5000, so it's 330,000. Bit on the pricier side. I don't think you can add anything onto the outside. No. You can walk through a few things. Not worried about that. That's fine. Alright, let's hop in the inside. Not a very nice cab on the inside, but the outside does look nice. It does offer you different steering modes on this CLAAS. It looks very similar to the CLAAS Xerion 3800. Well, I'll get out of it. Ooh, you can walk straight to that one apparently. So that's what it looks like on the outside. So they look similar, but this is a more powerful tractor here. So you do have different types of steering modes. So you have this one, which is all steering. You can change it so it's just the front tires, just the back tires, or a crab-like turning, but you don't really turn in those situations. You do have, I believe you can change the tires. Oh, not in this one, okay. You have this U, so you can add the dualies on it as well. And you can increase and decrease the engine speed, apparently. But that's a incorrect key, apparently. But that does allow you to turn around, again, for whatever reason, if you want to do that. And you can drive like that. I don't know why you'd want to, but I guess in some situations you might need to. It does work with course play, if I remember correctly. Let's test that out. One of the nice things is because you can set up the tires in that particular manner, they're very maneuverable, even though they're a really big tractor. They are quite maneuverable, which is nice about them. But one of the funny things is it does do this little snake thing if you don't record a course with the CLAAS itself, because of the type of steering it does have, and because it's a bigger tractor. It is a bit loud, apparently. I don't know what that knocking sound is. It's a bit annoying, but so that's the CLAAS Xerion 5000. Not a bad looking tractor. Nothing too crazy about that one. Again, I believe that was a featured mod on Hoster, how do you want to say it? Next one we have here is the CLAAS Xerion 3800. This is the one I had on my Vojvodina map. Nice looking tractor again. Nothing you can do on the outside, looks like. I don't like these hydraulics. They look a bit strange on both of these tractors. I don't know why, but I just find they look a bit odd. So let's enter into this tractor. So you can do the same thing. You can do front light, rear lights. You can rotate the cabin. Again, I don't know why you want to do that. You can add the dualies with the rear view camera. You can add flotation tires, regular tires, or dualies. You can add extra weight on the back, which is a nice little thing. You can do the different types of steering. So you can do this type of steering, or you can do just the front tires, just the rear tires, the crab style. That's my preferred style of waves right there. Let's fire it up. Nice looking sound. Doesn't seem to have in-cab sound at all. Nope. Alright, let's try this test course out here. See if it works with course play. I know it does because I used it with course play quite a bit in the last season. Let's actually make it so it actually can hit that first point. There we go. Does not a bad looking tractor. Looks good on the outside. Nothing too fancy here. For some reason it's having a hard time hitting that first point, which is fine. I know it works. So there it goes. Nice looking tractor. Again, a bit on the pricey side, but it does give you lots of horsepower. So this one is the 3800. Sorry, 3800. So it's 240,000 for 379 horsepower. So that'll be able to run just about anything on your farm, minus some heavy tillage, but that's about it. It is in German, which is unfortunate, but that is one of the problems when this game is primarily a German game. Well, in the sense that a lot of people from Germany do love this game. Mirrors don't work, although it'd be nice if they did. So that's the CLAAS Xerion 3800 and the CLAAS Xerion 5000. So those are the two big ones from CLAAS over there. Alright, let's head back over here. What else do we have here? This is the one I had. This is the CLAAS Hexashift one. It does work with course play. CLAAS Axion 850 Hexashift. Got your parking brake on the inside. No IC on the inside. It does have four-wheel drive if you want it. I never noticed that light there before, but I think that's supposed to be down a little bit, but whatever. Has a handbrake, which is kind of nice, I guess. It does have some other things you can do. Opens the door, opens the back door. You can change it to kilometers an hour, but I already have a mod installed that does that. You can add those for whatever reason. Start and stop the engine. You can put your all-rad modus on, which is an all-wheel drive, I guess, if you want to put that on. The RPM limiter, not sure what the rest of the stuff is. Lights, nothing fancy there. Blinkers, has blinkers as well. It's just good. The one thing I didn't like about this is that it doesn't play nicely with course play. It works with course play, but just not 100%. So it has the ESL limiter version not supported. So if you do want to adjust the speed, it doesn't work. You can't do it with course play basically, which is a bit unfortunate. So with my particular play style, it didn't work out very well because I like playing with course play basically. But otherwise, it is a nice looking model. Not quite as nice as the other one, but so if you do want to adjust the speed, you have to do it manually every single time for it to work properly. And it's not, if you have the manual ignition mod on, you have to use enter key to actually stop that. So that's the CLAAS Axion 850 Hexashift. A bit dark in the back there, but otherwise it looks pretty good. Nice. Alright, coming up to the last few here. Let's take a look at the other case IH I have there. So this is the Case 175 CVX. It does have wither wheels on it, I know that for a fact. And this is the Case IH 340 Magnum, just has dualies, same as the other one. This one's not a bad looking model. It does handle nicely. but it does have wither wheels. So if you like playing with courseplay like I do, then you're going to be stuck with dealing with that. It does have a little bit of IC. You can open up the doors, which is nice. Nothing else, I don't think. Maybe the back window. Yeah, the back window. That's it. Oh, the pedals do work apparently. I don't know why your indicator does that, but apparently your indicator works as well. Throttle pedal does work down there too, which is nice. It does have wither wheels, so I should be withering the grass here, yeah. You can see that, but it does wither the grass there, so it does have wither wheels on it. So far this is the only tractor that we've had that has wither wheels on it. Let's do a little test here. If I remember correctly, it does work with courseplay. It does have a beacon. Doesn't look like it looks like it has dynamic exhaust as well. It does have in-cab sound, which is nice. So if you like playing in-cab like I do, it is a nice little feature. This is good. Nice. Excellent. Cool. Top speed. I'm not sure what the top speed is. I'm going to start putting them around here because it's a long way to walk now. Not a bad looking tractor. If you're looking for a case, lower horsepower, I think it's 175 horsepower for that one. Something in that range. Yeah, 175 horsepower, $53,000. Not too bad. For $50,000, I'm sure you can get something a bit better. Alright, so I'm going to leave the Case 340 Magnum there. I'm going to leave the Ford there because that's the same as the other ones. I'm going to take a look at this one right here. This is the International Harvester. This is one of the articulated tractors. They actually made this by attaching two tractors together, which is kind of cool. Nice looking model on the inside. That's the drawbars in the back there. 3-point linkage, PTO. I guess they have the two PTO shafts there, one for different RPMs. It does have some in-cab stuff. You can change it to the RPM display. You can open the doors, like so. The rear window you can open. And it does light up on the inside too. So you got your lights over there. You got your lights over there. You got your RPMs over here. And if I remember correctly, all the levers on the inside work as well. It's an articulated tractor. Looks a bit funny, but it does work. Doesn't have wither wheels on it. I don't think it works with courseplay because these are part of the ones that don't work very well with courseplay. Let's take a little peek and see if it does. So it's an articulated tractor, so it does do some little funny things. Looks like it's what wants to work with courseplay. And it might be doing that just because it's an articulated tractor as well. So it looks like it works kind of with courseplay. I know sometimes initially those particular models will work initially, and then after you try it again, they don't work. So we're going to wait for it to come around, then I'll set it on its way again and see if it actually does work properly again. Because if it only works once, that's not very good. It doesn't help us out very much. So it looks like this one does work so far. So let's stop and see if it works again. It looks like this one does work with courseplay. I guess this is the only one that works with courseplay, because I believe the other IH ones don't work with courseplay very well. Don't know if it has... Doesn't have in-cab sound. It's articulated, but if you want looking for an older style tractor, this one's a nice looking model. I believe it's by the Euro DZN guys, if I remember correctly. Take a quick peek, double check that. Yeah, so they did all these models. Alright, so it does work with, this one does work with courseplay, which is kind of interesting. I didn't think it did, but apparently it does. Cool. Alright, so let's go take a look at one of the last ones we have there. Over back here. So these ones are done by the same. I'm only going to do one of these because they're all the same basically on the inside. This one's a four-wheel drive. These two are the four-wheel drive versions. That's why they have the tires in the front, like so. They do have the same in-cab as the other tractor we just looked at. So they have the RPM stuff. They have the side here. They have the back as well. And these all work as well. When you're using something, they do all work as well. Has a little preheat light there. Your throttle works on these ones as well, which is cool. Like that. Excellent. This one didn't work. I had this one before and it didn't work very well with course play for whatever reason. It would work sometimes and other times it wouldn't work. I don't know why. So maybe just with particular types of course play it would work and other types it wouldn't work. I don't know. So I'm just using it as a driver as a what is it called? As a point A to point B, and it seemed to work. It seems to be working with that, which is a bit strange, because I remember using it with other things and it didn't quite work very well. So that's something to take into consideration. So if you do use course play a lot, keep that in mind. These ones do act a bit funny with course play. Doesn't have in-cab sound again. It will show you how fast you're going in miles an hour, I guess that is. There it is. And then you can change to your RPMs. So this is we're doing 500 RPM, and as you throttle up, of course, your RPMs go up as well. They do have dynamic exhaust, which is really cool as well. They don't work very well with course play, but other than that, they are really nice models. They work with hired workers and all that jazz, which is good. And I believe you can come around and add weight, I think, for these ones, and take away, yeah. So you can add weight, you can take away weight if you want to, which is a nice little feature as well. Cool. Alright, let's look at the last little few we have over there on my way car. This is a busy corner apparently, jeez. Alright, what do we got here? So all the rest of those IH are all the same basically. I'm not going to do the rest of those. That Ford over there is the same. And these Fords are all the same as well, basically, just different sizes. Your Ford 3000, 4000, 5000, and 7000. They all work with course play. I know that because I use them. The one downfall of these particular tractors is they are loud. So if you have the sound up, these will hurt your ears. The gauges do work on the inside, as you can see. That works. Our throttle works over here as well. I believe it doesn't have, it has the switch there for the indicator, but they don't actually work. It has lights, which is good. What else does it have? Does it have dynamic exhaust? I can't remember. No, it doesn't appear to have dynamic exhaust. And they do work with course play. Let's just test that out. Drive or transfer. And you can add weights on the front of this one too. So if you go out here, you can add weights as well. You can actually see the flywheel in the front of this one as well, if you look carefully. So you can see it right there. Flywheel does actually spin. Apparently he just didn't want to start in the right spot. The exhaust flap doesn't work on this particular one for whatever reason, but it does work on the other models. So I don't know why that's the case, but it does work with course play. Let me just show you that quickly. And maybe it'll actually work this time. There you go. Do its little circuit. They're really nice tractors. If you're looking for cheaper style tractors, they're really nice. They have, where are they? The 7000 has just under 100 horsepower at 23,000, so relatively nicely priced. These ones are from the 70s. Later model Fords. They're really nice actually. So this is by NA Modding. And he should be coming back. There he is. Perfect. Stop him. You can add weight in the front of this one as well. So you can add weight like so, just like the Euro DZN ones. These ones are really loud though. So if you're playing with this one, Pay attention to how loud it actually is, because it is really, really loud. Whoops, 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 whoops. Alright, and we have one more to go, which is the Fendt over here, way, way off in the corner. And that'll be the last one of this particular one, and then we'll move on to part 2 of the tractors. So this one is the Fendt Favorite 824. This is one of the models I used in the last series. It's a nice model, cheap model. Look on the back there, looks like it could be a bit better with the resolution, but otherwise it's fine. It does have some cool things. Let me just move it out of the way here. It does work with Courseplay, I know that because I've used it. It does have dynamic exhaust as well, which is cool. The camera does bounce around on this particular tractor, no idea why. You can add dualies to it, so if you want to add dualies you can do so. If you want to add an extra weight down here, you can do that as well, which is cool. What else do we got here? I don't know why you can do this, but you can, if you look carefully right here, there's a little holder that you can use that with. Don't know why it's important, but you can do the same thing in the back as well. It does work with Courseplay. Let's just test that out for you guys. Like so. It does work. It does act a little bit more like a more realistic vehicle. It doesn't have very much in cab. It has the doors, front, window. The gauges do work in here, as you can see. I'm just going to close Courseplay. It does have beacons, as you can see as well. It does have in-cab sound as well, which is also a really nice feature about this particular tractor. And all around, nice tractor. The only downfall that somebody pointed out was the fact that it is a bit of a cheap tractor for the amount of money, or amount of horsepower you get. This has a 230 horsepower tractor, and it's only for 35,000, so it's pretty cheap. It does. I'm assuming it has lots of hours on it, but it doesn't say. So, all right. So that's the end of part 1 of the tractors. We're going to move into part 2 in the next episode. All right. So this is Mod Mashup, episode number 1, the tractor edition, and we'll go on from there. Catch you guys later.